Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Teens Talk with Nifemi podcast. It's your host Olu Nifemi, and I'm excited to be here today. Actually, so excited. I hope you're doing fine, and I hope you're doing good too. So last week's episode we talked about find a balance, which has to do with finding a balance in your spiritual, academic, and general life. And yeah, if you are not listening to the episode yet, please listen to it. I would like to get your feedback and opinions about it. Thank you so much in advance. I also want to talk about low engagement because have noticed that, my dear listeners, we don't engage the comment section, and I really love it when we engage the comment section. And you can do that by dropping a review when we release every episode. It can be via the Spotify channel because there's always a question and answer at the end of every episode. Or you can send it to my DM if you have my number. Or you can always comment on the episode via Instagram because I would like to hear your feedback. I would like to hear ways that can improve. You can also suggest topics you want me to talk about or a guest speaker you like me to bring on an episode. So yeah, please learn to engage so that I can hear from you because it has to be a two-way conversation. I release an episode, I get your review so that we can keep growing as a very big family. So thank you. And I want to beg us all to please follow our Instagram page. I would really love to reach 100 followers before the end of this year. It's one of my goals. So and yeah, I trust my listeners to make that happen for me. Thank you so much. Love you all. That being said, let's get into the business of today. Welcome back from that short break, guys. So, today, before we start today's episode, I'm sure you notice how quiet the environment is. And I'm just so grateful to God and grateful to my roommates because they have been so supportive and understanding every time I record, and I've never had any issue with recording spaces. So, shout out to them. I love you guys so much. So, let's go to the business of today. One reason I started podcasting one reason I started podcasting was to empower and educate young minds because I have love for teenagers, I have love for young minds, and I'm always willing to help them become a better version of themselves. And another reason is because I see this as a safe space, a space where I can share my experiences, share my opinions about various matters and issues, and also a place where I can be vulnerable. So, last week was filled with a lot of frustrations. It was hectic, and I was just tired. I just wanted to go home. I was just tired of the school environment, tired of my college, and I just kept quiet. I was just quiet. I did not relate to people as much. I just wanted to keep to myself. And I lost zeal for virtually everything. Even showing up in this podcast has been by God's grace because I did not even want to show up. More or less, like I was blanked out because I was so drained. So last week, Tuesday was the peak of everything. So while I was trying to relax on my bed, I saw a notification that a class will hold the following day. And I was so angry when I saw that notification because that class has not held for like almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. So I already had the opinion that we were done with the syllabus for that particular course. So on seeing that notification, I was angry because I had already planned out how my day was going to go. I planned to read and cover up for the test I had the next day, and I also wanted to rest because I was really tired. So when I saw that notification, I just took my pillow, put my head on my pillow, and I screamed because I was just frustrated. And I was basically trying to make myself calm down. I was breathing in and out, in and out. And then I took my phone and I made a post on my status saying, "This pharmacy college will not kill me." And few minutes after, my sister told me to take the post down because she saw the post. And she said I'm strengthened, and she said I won't die but live. And I was not even willing to listen to what she had to say because I was so upset. So I just responded with a thumbs up. I was like, okay, okay, I've heard you, thumbs up, that kind of thing. I want us to look at Isaiah 40:31, which says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Let's also look at Isaiah 41:10, which says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand." So I want us to meditate on those two Bible texts. So she came to my room a few minutes later, and I knew she wanted to talk to me, but I was not even in the mood to listen to her. So she was like, she wanted to talk to me. I didn't even answer her. So after a while, I was just like, okay, let me just hear what she has to say. And she said some things that stood out to me, and I'm going to be sharing them on today's episode. Now, First Peter 5:7 says, "Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you." The him there is referring to God, and he's basically saying, cast all your burdens, all your cares on God because he cares for you. Now, it's normal to feel frustrated, it's normal to feel tired, it's normal to feel drained. And that is why I'm here sharing my story, so you will not feel like Nifemi is a strong girl, Nifemi does not go through anything. I have my down times. So I'm just here to put that out here that I'm not that strong as you might assume me to be. So it's totally normal to feel that way. The first thing she said that stood out to me was I should cast my cares on God. That was why I read the passage on First Peter 5:7. The thing is, even when you feel that you can rely on your strength, that okay, I can do this based on my ability, I can do this, without even relying on God, your strength will fail you. But God's strength is everlasting. God's strength is sufficient for you. And it's God's strength that can keep you pushing. It's God's strength that can keep you going. So you need to learn how to rely on God's strength. And she also said I should talk to God about what was wrong with me. She said I can tell my friend what's wrong with me, I can tell my parent, I can even tell her what's wrong with me. And I can rant all day to everybody, but no one will understand except God. So she was simply saying that I should find solace in God. Because the thing is, not everybody will understand exactly how you feel. Not everybody will be able to fully know what's wrong with you. Because they will feel that okay, she's tired, that's normal in a school setting. Okay, she's tired, you're not the only one that is tired, so why are you overreacting? Not everybody will understand you. But God is always going to understand you. God sees how you feel, your innermost feeling, and he understands you, and he'll always be there to comfort you. That's why you should take him as a friend, as a best friend, as a comforter. Take him as your father, and always learn to find solace in his company. She also said I should learn to confess positive things to myself. Fine, I can be tired, but I should not say I am tired, I am stressed. Times when you feel tired, say to yourself, I am strengthened. Because the moment we fill our mouth with negative thoughts, it automatically becomes a reality, because then we start working in that mindset of the negative thoughts that we have. So learn to say positive things, words of affirmations to yourself. I remember when we were young, when we were always warned not to say bad things, not to say negative words to ourselves, that the devil might be passing by and then stamp what we have said and bring it to a reality in our life. And it was funny then, but it's true. We should learn not to say negative things to ourselves, but rather fill our mind, our thoughts, our reasoning with positive things. And honestly, it was the devil that was making me feel that kind of way. It was the devil that was making me feel sad. And she said that my sister told me to think about times God has come through for me. And when I thought about it, God has actually come through for me in amazing and numerous ways. So I should not base how I was feeling. I should not let that cloud my judgment. So learn to talk to God. Cry if you want to. Like, cry to God. There are times I'm just crying because I have no words. So I'm just crying. And he understands. He understands exactly what I feel because he knows what is in my mind. So cry if you want to. Rant to God if you want to. See him as that best friend that you always turn to. And one thing is, you might feel that okay, I have a friend, so why not share what I'm going through with a friend? A friend will give you time when he or she has the time, not when you have time. Because you might want to talk to your friend is busy, but you don't have to fix an appointment with God because He's always constant. At any time T, He's always there for you. So learn to see him as that person you can always run to, you can always go to every single time. And he will always be there to listen to everything you have to say. After all this, after all what she said, I was still angry. And then she told me goodbye and she went to her room. But then I had time to think about every single thing she said. And she was actually right. And I'm sure of a fact that God sent her to meet me at that point. I recorded this episode also for myself so that I can always go back to this episode whenever I feel that way again. And I'm reminded that God's strength is always there for me. I found solace in God and I trust and I know that I'll be fine. Now, I don't know who this message is for or who my story will encourage because I did not just come here to just share a story for story's sake. Came here to share my experience so that you can learn from it and gain something from it. Dear listener, I want you to know that the Lord is your strength and you are strengthened. God's strength is sufficient for you. I want you to take that and hold it in your hand. God's strength is sufficient for you. Shalom. I love you guys. But remember, God definitely loves you more. Bye.